Uh, uh, it's working for a bit there. Oh, now it's working. Hi. The music is broken. Fun. Anyways, Beacon Pines. Let's fucking go. Let's do this. Game capture Beacon Pines. Application audio capture Beacon Pines. Let's do.
Dear reader,
Hmm?
allow me to introduce you to my book.
Hi.
Though it might at first appear like many books you've come across, it is far from ordinary. You may, therefore, have some misunderstandings about its nature. The story that awaits you has not been fully told. In fact, its conclusion is not yet known, even to myself. It is in that way that my book is special. It is in that way that you are special.
Ooh.
Without you, there is no story. Chapter 1. Normal isn't what it used to be.
Interesting.
It's a story about change. Nestled in a shallow valley is the town of Beacon Pines. Far from the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, a young boy walks alone at dawn.
Oh,
His name is
hello.
Luca Van Horn, and like you, dear reader, he's here for a reason.
This is the start of the game. You can't do this to me.
Rollo was Luca's closest friend. He possessed many fine qualities, but subtlety was not one of them. Rollo finally noticed the tears welling in his friend's eyes and the flowers on the grave.
Oh no! Oh, that peaked. I may need to turn my mic down a lot more. Oh no. It's adorable.
Wonderful! I had a good feeling about you from the moment you opened my book. That charm is a very special thing. Very special indeed. Keep hold of it for now. Its purpose will reveal itself soon enough.
What if I get every single dandelion? I want to be thorough. Oh, they respawn.
Rollo looked to the side suspiciously. forgive me for this interlude. Remember that charm you found in the dandelion patch? There are more of those special charms to discover throughout Beacon Pines. They've been known to reveal themselves to those who are willing. Some of them can be found in this very house. Gran had already lit the fire. She kept a warm house, as if by grandmotherly obligation.
It's adorable.
One of his father's old stethoscopes. Luca had spent countless hours listening to anything and everything with it. Not for years, though. Since Gran had moved in, the house was more peaceful, more orderly, and more covered in flowery fabric. Just some dusty knickknacks. An array of prepared meals crowded the refrigerator, each labeled with the day of the week.
Dude, close the fridge.
A pair of dull scissors, a broken can opener, a mostly empty bottle of glue, and some loose string.
It's not junk.
The only piece of furniture Gran had brought when she moved in was an old hutch. Oh my! I am now. You'll recall I was a. Excuse me. You are about. There are certain times in the step 4. On the other hand, Gran will be waiting when you return.
On the other hand, I suppose there's no reason to rush things.
Luca paused at his parents' bedroom door. He just wasn't ready to go in yet. Gran had commandeered the upstairs closet when she moved in. Some things need shelter from a young boy's mischief, she said.
Oh, that may come in useful. Or come in handy.
Luca tossed on his favorite old sweater. Even though it was the first day of summer, a chill still hung in the air.
Chill.
Gran's moving in meant that most of Luca's things had been crammed in the corner. Luca was somewhat annoyed by the situation. Gran's bed was undisturbed. Luca didn't mind that she had a habit of falling asleep in front of the fireplace. It meant that he could read late into the night.
What? Chill, hide, jump, ponder, tickle.
Young Luca would spend hours hiding in the bushes, waiting for a chance to jump out and startle his mother. She always enjoyed humoring him by feigning terror.
Aww.
A beginner's guide to gardening laid open on the bench. The less Gran knew,
Better for everyone involved.
we were just gonna go chill for the day. The best lies are built on truth. Easy. Impressive. You've managed to navigate your first turning point without too much of a mess. That is the power of charms. A single word can change everything. I think it's time to introduce you to the Chronicle.
Ooh.
The Chronicle is a record of the decisions you've made. You can see the turning point, which has been revealed. At any time, you can use the Chronicle. Luckily for us, this is the one and only. It's the perfect opportunity to experiment with rewriting.
A grand jury, that's cute.
We were just gonna go ponder for the day. This was Nailed it.
That's cute.
We were just gonna go hide for the day.
Hide?
Traditionally, when all's well, but
I think I'm just gonna go with chill.
we were just gonna go chill for the day. The best life. Easy.
Oh, I already love this game. Ooh.
The road leading to Beacon Pines was long and uninspiring, a sort of natural barrier for the impatient. Chapter Welcome to Beacon Pines. For many years, this valley had been a small mining outpost. It wasn't until Sharper Valentine built his fertilizer company that Beacon Pines was established. Over the next 30 years, the town had grown and prospered until the foul harvest and his sudden death. In the 6 years since, everyone was simply trying to get by. William Kerr was the CEO of Perennial Harvest Company. He had become a fixture around town over the past few years. After the failing of Valentine Fertilizer, the town was hungry to welcome a new source of employment. Mayor Augustus Valentine was not busy. Flustered, Gus instinctively loosened his tie.
Actually, wait.
Mr. Sinclair continued snoring and lifted one eyelid just enough to see who it was, a tactic he often used to avoid undesirable conversation. He pulled a pen from the pocket of his sweater vest and began to frantically jot something down on a clipboard. It stopped scribbling and glanced up from the clipboard. Whenever Luca saw his dad's chair by the pond, it reminded him of the days they'd pack up a couple of sandwiches and fish until sundown.
Oh, Buckaroo.
Luca opened the tackle box and picked the perfect bait. Luca tied a shoestring to the hook. What fish could resist a nice shoestring? Luca gently baited, good for skimming the.
Got it. Ah.
Luca gently, good for.
Nice. Told you it'd turn out. That's cute.
Luca tied a. What fish could resist?
Hold on. Can't interact with it. Can't see his face. That's the common theme with dead people in flashbacks and video games. I never get to see their face.
Luca gently baited, good for skimming.
Actually, wait. Right.
The boys had, as long as they had an endless source of precious materials to add.
It's cute.
On certain nights, when the clouds were just. Rolo thinks it's alien. He always. Luca's winter coat decommissioned for the summer. With the cold holding out longer than usual, he reconsidered its usefulness.
God, the music.
After Luca's father had passed, Rolo became obsessed with them building their own Hank atomic star scraper. It was some time before Luca realized it was Rolo's way of keeping him occupied. Holden Wilder ran the Beacon.
The beacon. Like the...
Miss Hatch could often too absorbed in a book. Oh, right. This is an important first time where you're... And currently, have no fear, we can always... Well, now I'm just... Where were we? Rollo froze as Luca knew he had one. In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little chill.
Oh, hey, someone's here. Hello. Nope. Cool.
A bit much, if you ask me. Luca gently baited a feather onto the hook. In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little chill. Dawn had dreams of becoming a big-time reporter. At night, she searched for the story that could be her big break. By day, she hawked papers at the newsstand.
Her boy. Solomon.
Luca knew that if he gave up now, Jeff's hardware
Isn't that
closed
a
down
bill
about a year.
company?
The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing. A promise Gran regretted the second it was made.
uh.
The phone booth was brand new. It didn't see much use. The path led into a small hall. The fence thrummed. Luca often asked so that he... Luca knew that if he...
Oh.
As sparks flew from the two bulbs remained. One more to go.
Clever. Short circuiting. I can't pick the berry. Oh. That's why.
The fence is buzzing. Every kid in town knew long abandoned. The warehouse went now. It stood the dormant building. There was only one way. Luca thought he heard. He pressed his ear. The sound of footsteps. The heavy steel door disoriented. He looked up. It lunged toward him. Luca watched his finger. This is a story about change. It was far from the sort, but change is the... I probably should. There are many paths that our story can take. Most will end in tragedy. We will... From here on out, a charm will have a check mark. Now, let's...
That doesn't seem good.
In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little shit.
Yeah. I love this game.
Solomon Valentine, current ward of and future successor to the Valentine fortune, huffed as he brushed off his pants. Solomon trifled a gesture toward the approaching heiress Valentine.
Hmm. Nice.
As the glowing windows of the old warehouse came into view, Rollo began to bounce.
Rollo, do not go in there. Squishy bag of squish. Is that a body?
The boy sat petrified under the weight of the bag. Rollo felt around. He snapped off a tag from... Rollo held the badge up.
No. Oh.
1, 2, 15, 35, 30. Screw it, that's long and... Luca, careful. Nothing. No sign of Rollo. Time to haul ass. Luca clambered from the dumpster. He was up like a shot and running, sprinting toward home as fast as he could. Beacon Pines flew by. He wouldn't remember getting home at all that night. Throwing his front door open, storming up the stairs. Chapter 3. Finding a friend.
Oh,
The
that.
next, only the sound of silverware.
Oh no. Hello?
Grands, she let out a... Luca was desperate until Gran returned. An eerie electron.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Is Rolo okay?
A pit formed in Luca's stomach.
Uh-oh.
Luca's mouth felt dry. Luca could feel his...
Oh, no, no. No!
For a town that saw few visitors... Luca gently... Good for skimming.
I need to tell Dawn. Dawn, are you good? Oh. Something tells me it's going to be night and Dawn is going to come save us, and I will cheer, because...
Oh, the cob. A salad said... Sally Seash. Luca brushed off a 30 recipes so we... A peek behind the methods and room. One of the great... By...
Wait, what?
There were rarely any actual new additions, simply a variety of existing
Dawn safe avoided. Aww. Good.
The bottom corner shelf was a dust. Only one binding with cellular biology and the mycological.
My god, please.
The entire top level of the
that
library
does
was
mean
devoted
glowing
to
muscles.
comics, most of which were...
Nerd! Achievement unlocked, nerd.
Kato volunteered at the library. He wasn't very
What can I
social, so
say?
he'd dedicate each summer, making him a reliable source of. If you were to ask Kato, he'd escape into the dusty old. Kato was lost. Luca crooked his. He gestured to the shell.
Ooh. Didn't know that. Fight! You'll be the. Aww. Cute. Oh, I like that voice.
Beck's family moved often, giving her little time to establish any real connections. She would tell you she prefers it that way. Luca shifted his. Beck pulled a coin from.
Hmm. Back. Guess that explains why I like the voice so much. He's the main character. So what do I do then?
Luca felt a chill. Her eyes were locked. The nearby grass. Luca watched. Beck's eyes widened as first small buds. As quickly as they had grown, Beck dropped the stick with.
Yeah. Fight!
Iggy took a step. Beck could see tears well. Some things about, but a bully from a haze. Beck took a deep breath.
Time to
Well,
bust out the
Time
strange.
to bust out the strange. Beck stared. The only sign of life. At the sight of Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luca launched him. Iggy's claws were Iggy's voice began to.
Uh-oh. Something's gonna happen. Uh-oh. That's not good. I'm trying tickle.
Well, time to bust out the tickles. Beck lunged forward. Tears began to form into. Beck redoubled her efforts. Iggy's eyes darted around. A real. Iggy
Okay.
kicked.
Oh shit.
Beck shook the ooze out of.
Oh god. Oh no.
Chapter the best. Luca paused for a. He'd only just met Beck. Hopefully he could make it up.
No. I am going straight. I do not want to leave back.
person at the warehouse. This strange ooze. Was Rollo caught up in all of this?
He's lying. I can already tell she's lying. I'm gonna go around. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with
Chapter 4. The Best Poly. Luca paused for he'd only just met back. Hopefully he could make it up to Roxy and Fitz. It was clear they'd Roxy's temper could, but this was the most. Her eyes were wild. In a torrent of rambled. Roxy, still exhausted, with a determined sigh. Roxy drew herself. Roxy tried to think of. Luca wiped his cheeks. Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arm.
this.
Mr. Nuncree jumped with a start. Luca motioned to the. Mr. Nuncree gently placed one. Luca peered up at me. There was a deeper emotion. It was subtle.
There was a
a shame
oh
lurking behind those eyes. A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncree was that worried about Rollo, maybe he could help. Mr. Nuncree.
oh
Mr. Nuncree's shoulders slumped. A deep
Oh,
sigh
no.
echoed from his. Luca attempted to take a. With a firm shove, the door latched. As
This-
Luca pounded the inside of the phone, Luca winced. As he braced for him, he felt a cold rub. Two large fish. Luca heard he nosed. And wait, this isn't the. I know there's somehow this one. Okay, let's.
Well, I'm gonna go to the other.
The person at the street was Rollo.
I don't trust you. You're lying.
lamp.
Beck is not going to survive. And given the fact that
Roll
this
a
hasn't
wave of
gone
relief.
to
Grin as
a new
if he hurried.
chapter.
Chapter 4.
Oh no, wait.
Our harvest awaits. Luca took a deep breath and
Uh-oh. She...
the house was empty. Luca was sitting by the pond, listening to small. His father sat in a folding without turning. Why don't you grab me? Sure thing, Dad. Luca hopped over to inside. We're fishing with Luca's father. Well, you catch me. Luca closed his eyes and plucked out, holding it at arm's length. Interesting choice. With a practiced flick of the water accepted it. The wrong. The pond began to freeze. Oh, sometimes we gotta make the pallid ice propagated across. Luca scrambled back. Dad? Sorry, kiddo. The relentless ice shot. Dad, look at his father casually. Wow. None of it's your fault. Dad, we have. Luca grabbed his father's shoulder. Please, you have to run. The ice crackled. That's the thing about his chest began. You toss your hook in, and a shock of searing cold. The chair tipped backwards, and Luca tried to stop them. He watched the icy. Dad, I don't understand. What is it? A gentle rustle of.
That's one hell of a nightmare. Oh, it's night.
Luca's eyes struggled. Faintly, he could. Lolo's voice was coming through more clearly now, but some words were still just static. The signal went silent. Luca held still, waiting for a response, his pounding heartbeat marking the passage of time. Lolo's voice began to fade. With that, Luca grabbed the walkie.
Are you sure he wasn't saying to
Luca
stay
heard he dashed
away?
Mr. Tolliver paused. Mr. Tolliver took one. The three shared.
Grand. Done! Bye, Dawn.
The two boys shared it.
Wait, which sign? Not the perennial harvest sign. to the treehouse.
Luca could He strained. Fear gripped. Luca stared at the ground. The figure shifted. Luca reached over.
Oh.
Iggy's tone jolted. Luca slumped.
Uh-oh. This isn't good.
Iggy slumped. Luca grabbed the walkie.
Dude, grab the radio
Luca
with
and
it.
Iggy climbed up the mission controlled from behind the crowd. Kerr's smile. Luca's gripped tight.
Well, I don't
Luca's
do. I only
mind
have one
raced.
shot.
He wiped his cheek. Luca drew himself up. He swung the mission control defense. Luca summoned his. Kerr, with a nonchalant.
Uh-oh.
As the clipboards began the end. That let's put it.
Struggle. Okay.
This is a story about struggle. Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby. He felt around wildly. His hands found. He yanked it free. Let me. Luca swung the tile as hard. He heard the crack of glass with a muffled yelp. Luca was free. He never looked back once on the long run home. Chapter. Everything's fine. The next morning.
Everything is
Luca
fine,
usual
yeah!
at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and.
That's an old phone. That's a rotary phone. Okay. Frollo!
It sounds like a whole thing. It is the whole thing. Oh. Yeah, this isn't 3-4. Nice.
Eris Valentine had a way of making Mr. Wilder have it was because she had Mr. Wilder
Hmm.
Kato motioned to the
Hmm. No spoilers, please. No spoilers. Says spoilers. Yeah.
Mr. Nuncreed up. Luca handed the jam to Mr. Nun.
Numbers repel, whatever.
Huddled at his counter, more accurately, with a yelp, he leaned. He leaned. Mr. Tolliver leaned back. He reached forward and snapped up. He leaned in.
He is trying to hide something, as we know now, because he is a clipboard.
We all know Beacon Pines is a great town. What you may not know is great towns grow from mighty roots. And that is why you cannot tell the story of Beacon Pines without telling the story of one Shopper Valentine. Young Shopper's keen intellect and strong moral fiber led to a grand vision. A vision of a community dedicated to a better tomorrow. In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it. Lucky for us, he decided to grow that vision here, in Beacon Pines. And how does one grow a better tomorrow? With fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose. But then tragedy struck, a scientific experiment gone wrong. An accident which took Shopper away from us far too soon. To this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces. But one foul harvest isn't enough to stop the people of Beacon Pines. The spirit of Shopper Valentine lives on. It lives in the hearts of everyone with a dream for a better tomorrow. Together, we will follow his example and grow a bountiful future. Paid for by the Valentine family and the Valentine Fertilizer Capital Relevance Fund.
That was unhelpful. Deliver this first.
She leaned forward. Luca shifted the... Mrs. Fratelli lifted the cloth.
God, Wait, but Dawn!
Beck locked up. The look on her face was... Beck gave Luca a quick...
Oh. Moms! Moms! Plural! Lesbians! Pods! Hold on, first I gotta talk to Dawn.
Jeff dug through his...
Hmm. Hmm.
Beck took a long breath, then gave a firm nod. Chapter 4.
I thought we were already on chapter 4.
Dinner with the Moodwills. Ilona Moodwill was worried about change. A gardener at heart, she understood the necessity of change, relied on it even. But there was a difference between the controlled world of her plants and this cluttered cottage in a strange town. Almost done. Nellie was a blur of activity, digging through boxes. Sorry, love. Couldn't find the dishes. We'll have to make do with paper plates. Dinner went by without much conversation. As she watched Beck and Luca finish up their pizza, Ilona let herself relax into the chair. The things she cared about were still here. Nellie finally had the job of her dreams. Beck was beginning to take root. Ilona's task was simply to tend to them. She could do that.
Aww.
Luca's eyes were fixed to his plate, pushing a chunk of pineapple around with his finger. Nellie was the one who eventually broke the silence. Ilona nervously gestured toward the boxes. Luca wiped his... Beck gave Luca a swift... Luca glanced over to Beck. Beck slammed her fist, perhaps harder. Luca glanced outside. The sky was darker. Luca wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin.
The unlucky
Surprised,
Penny.
Luca turned around, but Beck seemed probably. Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break, revealing patches of star-filled summer night. Luca stopped himself mid-sentence.
Actually, I want to see what happened to the brain.
Luca began to Luca surveyed the Roy. At that moment,
Care to recalculate those odds? Oh my god, I've heard of this scene. It's really good. I haven't spoiled it for myself.
Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope. Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get it. Luca wiped his hand. Beck looked down.
Weird, pretty cool. There's another layer to the music.
Luca flicked at one of the toggles. Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime. He flipped open the attached card. Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Yes.
Luca took a deep breath,
Not like that, but
exhaling.
God, I'm gonna cry at this, aren't I? Okay, that's good advice. Some thing.
Luca let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
It's
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
Okay, I love this.
Beck brushed off her shirt. As abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Okay, I'm gonna cry. You can't do this to me.
Beck gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in.
I feel like switching there was the right
Chapter
choice.
5. Friendly Feud. The air was heavy with the smell of, despite his drear, he'd never shared those details about, not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed. Adding Beck to the group would help balance. This is what Luca told himself.
I need to make more emotion than just open and close mouths. And I don't care. I need to make more motions. God. Such a good scene. Oh. Give me like 2 to 5 minutes. I need to lay down. You can't do this to me. And I'm back. Hopefully none of that was audible. God. check the VOD to see if it was. Just, God, okay, that,
Luca had only, and it always. Rollo scoffed. Luca stumbled on. Luca became both boys. Rollo's tone changed. The words hung in the cold night air.
oh,
Rollo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line. But it was too late.
oh.
Luca dug through his old. Grand Coot. Luca he waited to hear. Luca dozed off again. Luca still besides.
You should still probably eat something. You dumbass.
The Adventures of Luca carefully. Rollo had received a special hard. Rollo cherished it. Luca wasn't sure if it was or just whatever the reason, but it had stayed now at the foot. He'd read it all before. He was well into issue number. Without realizing, he once again felt the. Luca stood. He looked up at his father. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect Dad. Taking a final loud, he jangled then lifted the empty source. Luca's eyes followed in an instant. Across from him, the figure's voice. Well, make make yourself. Luca held his shivering hand. It doesn't. Their yellow-gloved hand point. It's a cold flame. Luca peered at the base of it. Wasn't wood. That was tiny buildings. Luca could see people. Luca leapt to his feet. We've got to help. The figure gave it a. Why waste energy helping people? The figure bent down to examine. They only care about not like us. Luca's voice was a trembling with us. The figure slowly stood up with a jolt. A cloud of torpid mist as Luca's own face looked back at him. Older. The sensation was as if he'd caught his doppelgangers. I tried to help once. He gestured towards, and all it got me. Luca staggered back. You? Luca felt a hand catch it. His father was there again. Every choice. This is the end. Luca watched his older self shake its head. Welp, Dad. If you wanted him to see this, far be it for Luca watched in shock as in a flash of cold. What? Luca felt a reassuring squeeze. Just remember, why we. Luca woke. Luca rubbed the kind concern. Grand silence. Luca gave a reluctant. Luca took a deep breath. Chapter 6.
I was gonna say, isn't Gran the villain? Then I realized I shouldn't paint people as black and white villains and heroes and everything.
Through thick and thin.
That's too polarizing and
Despite
not
Luca's
a
bitterness,
good-
Gran was right. A big fight changes the nature of a friendship. Whether, in the end, it is for the better or for the worse, all comes down to understanding. If one is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them. Luca emerged from seclusion, taking in the crisp festival air.
What? Didn't I give you one? Then no.
But the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Roland.
Well, but he's not there.
Roxy rolled her. Luca looked down.
The library. Let me first talk to Dawn.
Kato's eyes. Kato straightened up. Kato stared at Luca grabbed the. Luca grabbed the. Luca grabbed. Luca grabbed the. Luca grabbed natural. Luca Luca grabbed the adventure. Kato removed his book from the desk and replaced it with Luca's, turning. As he slid the Adventures of Hank atop.
Issue 5?
Luca clicked his tongue. Kato began flipping through the pages, stopping when he hit a glowing word. He continued flipping.
Griff.
Reaching the end of the book.
Griffin's Grip? Okay. Could have just not highlighted the key. Clipboards are creepy. Why is my phone going off? Well, where is that?
Before Luca could fit, Luca shrugged, taking. Luca tongued at his. He reached into his. He shook off the bits of corn. Luca finished off.
Stupid. Come on. What was it? I picked up when you near the fountain up the oh.
Lumi waved his hand.
What if they took a picture of an eggplant?
Rolo sheepishly.
Aww.
Luca threw himself at.
Aww.
Luca placed a sinker on the line. Sometimes the best stuff is at the bottom of the pond.
New stuff. Nice.
Luca wrapped a femfish half.
A monocle. Mm.
Rollo handed Luca. Luca, if I am honest, but whatever happened, none of this is fair to we both. I wish there was a simpler. God knows I've tried everything I've done. I hope someday you can accept that. Love, Gran. Luca folded the paper into his. Luca was at a loss for words, but that was fine. Words aren't always necessary. Sadly, this was untrue. A distant rumble shook the treehouse. It was not fireworks.
Uh-oh.
It was something the boys couldn't possibly comprehend. Something as old and
What?
a shockwave of cold before they could react. Two boys. And so, in a silent tree for the rest of time, they No, I won't. We are just going to have to sort.
What? Huh? Ah, okay. That doesn't
Drew
make
himself
sense
up
though. What?
and
What?
decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control. He looked up with
All right, let's go.
Luca and Iggy win. The branches clawed after what felt like a marathon. That was all he was able. The boys tumbled down a steep. In fact, chapter sign. They stood the sky with each breath. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they.
What? Why is it? No, wait. What?
Luca had almost forgotten. Luca looked at with a resigned sigh. Luca wins.
This is familiar. This is the town. This is the town. Well, what do I chop? Ah.
The boys stared in.
Oh. So that's why the ice.
The fencing glistened, each chain link encapsulated with a translucent layer of ice. Looking down at the frozen stream, the crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back. Luca peered upward at he let out a faintly. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca allowed him. The boys huddled to, if not for exhaustion, as it was.
You're gonna die of frostbite, you idiot!
Iggy motioned sarcastic. Iggy shrugged. Iggy now wept. He wiped his nose with a sleeve. Luca gave a warm chuckle. Iggy cleared his throat as he... Iggy arched into... Luca's eyelid... That's all Luca could... Iggy snuggled in. The house smelled of Luca was playing with. He looked up to see his mother held his father's head. A voice behind Luca spoke. Luca turned to see the doppelganger from his dreams. Aww. The figure picked up a... It's amazing the facade. Not that I blame... You don't remember. Luca snatched the block from... The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him. The day he chose to... Luca turned to look at his father. Still, that's not true. The doppelganger waved his hand. Everything is true here. Well, let me show you. The world flickered. Luca was sitting next to his bed. The doppelganger limped into the room. No. He grabbed Luca's hand. Luca heard muffled shouting. Brought close. It was his parents. Fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt, calmly removed. What's right is right. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched. Walt turned with a panic. Luca? Is that with tears in his eyes? Mom? Walt dropped to a knee. Nothing, Buckaroo. Luca placed the stuff. It sounded like you. Walt gently removed. Listen to me, Luca. I'll be back. And Luca hugged his father. Promise? Walt stood up.
Oh no!
With a wink and a grin.
Oh no!
A figure it stood above them, slowly raising one hand. From a deep slumber. Whether it was the calming breath, Iggy felt his clenched fist. Luca looked up. The figure exhaled. When it came, Iggy huffed with. Nat began to turn. Iggy turned sharp. Realizing Luca and Nat took a deep breath. Nat exhaled slowly. For a brief, Luca and Iggy let them until they opened their cold and Luca and Iggy. Nat narrowed his eyes. Luca began to laugh. He looked down and his eyes started with a sudden pain. He sprinted as Iggy turned to fall. Chapter. Nat expressed his sympathy with a he'd given Luca and Iggy as Luca sprinted across the snow. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one.
Luca needed to know. Oh no, 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 no.
Luca stopped. The tree was gone. Uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees. His numb hand. A dry whisper. There was no reply. Iggy finally noticed that. Suddenly, he bent down to scoop up a snowball. Luca stuttered through heaving. Iggy gave Luca a solid.
Okay.
Luca wiped his eye. Iggy flashed.
Okay.
Iggy and Luca.
Screw that guy, yeah.
Iggy darted back. He emerged, holding his. Luca. Iggy stifled.
Oh no.
Iggy triumphed.
The fireworks that got moved, it was on. Okay. Prepare for blast! Oh, the fountain's gone.
Arctic air.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Kerr scratched. His face contorted. Kerr snapped. Iggy turned to Luca. Iggy waved the box. Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from. After a long pause, Mr. Kerr
Drop it in.
sighed. With a nonchalant play.
Yeah!
With a growl, Iggy tried to twist. Luca dove forward. His grip was. He could see curve. Mr. Kerr, with a wild look in his eye.
Just let go. No, wait. I went onto the code. Never mind.
Luca's hand began to. Luca felt every muscle. Luca felt his hand.
This is a choice on the thing.
A calm settled. Iggy's voice was cold.
Please. Let's. Thank you. Oh, I don't wanna. I have to.
Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void as his fingers slowly. The two silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Oh no.
We have some idea what that would look like.
Yeah, we do. Because we saw this. We saw the, we... Yeah.
A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eye. With a chuckle, Nat turned dumbfounded. Every step to be continued in Beacon Pines. Pines harder. Revenge served cold. Second.
Too charmed.
Wait, that's it? I was even starting. No way. Let's go back and find something.
charm too. That's clever.
Luca had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request. He tightened his grip and reached a wild delight. That's a good. Iggy begged Luca. It wasn't long before they were. Mr. Kerr sighed with mirror, a clipboard dutifully produced and ornate. Ah, that's better. I'll put in a good word for you with a swarm of hands overpowered Luca. The end.
But no. Break. Okay.
Luca began to respond.
Okay, this is
but
the
the
runaway.
sky
This
answered for him as the clouds above began to break.
shame the fucking amazing scene.
Luca stopped himself.
Ends with the runaway reaction.
Luca saw Beck's skull. Beck grabbed the rod out. Beck's voice was in. The mysterious figure.
Gran.
A chill ran down Luke. His vision. Beck stifled a sharp wince. Gran tousled her hair. Gran gave Eris a curt nod. Chapter 5. What big ears you have. Lucas sat after checking to make sure that
Oh no. Oh no. I felt it. Isn't treehouse that way?
the clipboard finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up. Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his... He snatched the pad and scribbled his... The clipboards looked at each, then broken...
Oh. You can't. Oh no!
Rolo waggled his.
Among Us, no!
No, I can't escape it. That's the Among Us.
That's the Among Us sound. Oh. Really? Target practice. I assume this may be useful.
Luca sucked in a long breath.
Oh, I just had an idea. What if what if the final charm is me? And then we go back and this is a story about me, and it's a story about the narrator. I kind of need to use the restroom. Hold on. Oh. Dang.
Rolo let out a low. Rolo and Luca shot back a look. Luca
Yeah.
gazed out the window. Chapter 6. Secret Lair. Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luca walked home slowly under the pale. Reaching home, he slipped.
Ha!
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes. Rollo flew. He coughed.
Okay, I'm gonna stop here.
A look of realization. All three kids snapped to before he could finish.
Ah!
The three crowd with the glass doors open, their eyes, but as Beck pulled on one of the entire hutch began to rust. Luca jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing for a long moment. Luca nodded. Rollo swiped the folder from the drawer. He whistled to himself. He stopped at a page. Rollo looked up with... Rollo's finger traced across the page. Rollo scanned through several... Luca, staring blank. Rollo rustled the folder. Luca frantically shoved the remaining... Luca slammed the drawer shut. A spider web of interspersed with...
Ha!
Rollo casually... He smacked his lips. Rollo plunged his hand. Rollo offered the slimy note to Luke. They crowded around a worn... Rollo carefully tricked. He jabbed down. Luca looked up. Beck flicked off the overhead. The kids looked.
Just gonna see the open
Then
cabinet.
suddenly, without realizing, they'd been a muffled male. A final few footsteps. The three kids, as he began to dissolve them. bottom.
bored.
Rollo shifted. Luca gave him an It was too late. Rollo was already. He screeched with all his weight from the dark corner. Luca scrambled, pressing his finger as Beck flicked. Chapter 7: The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver. Still unconscious, his hands were bound with rope. The kids huddled in a circle. One thing was certain. They needed to know after some deliberate. They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation. Luca. Mr. Tolliver. He looked over to find Luke. Rollo and Beck. Luca glanced. Mr. Tolliver. Luca gestured to the. Luca looked again to Rollo. This time they shrugged. Luca began to.
Bad idea.
He edged in before the kids. He punctuated his final. Beck darted to the. It was too late. Rollo confirmed. Mr. Tolliver's mother. They looked bewildered.
Play it cool.
The kids look, this isn't how. For some reason, they'd always. Luca opened his mouth. Only a hollow. The end. Well, we certainly aren't going back to the draw. They'd run the Rollo brand. I've got this. Rollo swaggered without even looking. Mr. Tolliver. Rollo spun around to. He'd clearly expected to. Beck and Luca gave each Rollo slam. He grabbed the table. Mr. Tolliver he recoiled. The chair wobbled as Mr. Tolliver could only make out with a gruff tone. The doubtful expression on Rollo, hitting his stride, was now he slammed the table again. Mr. Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears. Mr. Tolliver was in. He shook his head, feeling his voice. With that, Rollo swung around. Chapter 6 feet under, 3 towns over. The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through
heading's
dusty
referring
piles of old
to-
county records. Luca tried to shake the thought. Explosives. Messages. Gran was the only family he had left. But the old map with the symbol of as the sun began to set. Rollo shut his. Rollo muttered under his.
You're a county record. That's the best you got. My mom makes those exact remarks. Like, you're a blah blah blah. Or you're blah blah. And then one time she accidentally said something like, Actually, I'm not gonna say.
Beck slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down. Something ticked. The question hung. Beck rubbed her
Unconscious man in your. What? What?
Luca's heart if he was lucky. And of course, there was Miss dealing with him. Luca shook out his. He held per.
That's not
She was
grand.
asleep. His only hope. Mr. Tolliver was.
Oh no.
Or maybe Grand. Lucas hung, not realizing it. Luca rushed over to the pile of jam. He flipped the lid to.
Close the thing. This is a bad idea. Do not stick to the plan.
As Luca climbed, with each consent, his stride, he tried to grab something was. Luca groaned, his limbs through numb.
Go to sleep. Uh-oh.
Chapter a speech to Luca awoke. He moaned and, or rather, shaking the question. Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow. Gus cleared his throat and William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy. He gave Gus a hearty. Mr. Kerr pulled a big stack. Mr. Kerr took a moment. He wiped. Mr. Kerr, the crowd. Mr. Kerr, his voice. The crowd began to. Mr. Kirk. He raised his hands up to the heavens. At that moment, for a man like William Kerr, this on a stage with There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything! Maybe we should just quit? No, we got a little closer please. They'd run the classic good cop. Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task. With a few crisp snaps, Mr. Tolliver looked down. Beck caught her. She'd already. This was gonna be. Mr. Tolliver wriggled. Beck quickly removed. Mr. Tolliver. Beck twirled her hand. Beck shook her head. Mr. Tolliver let out a. Beck was on a roll now. Heading for the stairs, she grinned with a shrug. Beck blinked. She turned to the table and Beck marked. Luca and Beck looked. Gus looked.